Two Shots is a podcast. It's a football podcast. We're live here at the G4 Claim Studios in Wishart.
What studios is that?
G4 Claim Studios.
We're here at G4.
Joined by Shell Suit Bob and wee Tootsie Toal.
Wee Chucky Tootsie, man.
Chucky Toots.
Wee Chucky Toots.
Matt, we were at Stereophonics on Saturday night, right? I met your big brother, but one of my mates' missus called him Toots, and he get fucking roasted. Right,
Toots,
just
right,
they call him Toots. Who calls their man Toots these days?
I mean, who calls anybody Toots?
Well, my driving instructor, the one that I halfway, I'd done about 30 lessons before he even got me doing turns. It was just, he would stick to the bypass, to the end of the bypass and back and forth. He would go, Tootsie's off the brakes.
Aye, but using it in that context, he's calling your toes
That's
Tootsies.
even worse.
I know, but still you can...
Tootsie's off the brakes.
Mate, are you sure he was just trying to teach you how to drive, man?
Take the little Stevie. Take the little piggies off the brakes.
And that's
Mate, 30 lessons before you even get it going, right, take your Tootsies off the brakes.
Tootsie's off the brakes.
Right, a wee bit more pressure with the Tootsies.
And he would go...
Some of them hadn't even been to market yet.
That's good.
Well, do you know where he took me? Town for chopped pork.
Oi!
Right? No, and I don't mean that. I'm being serious here. I'm not just saying this because it's a big thing, right? But any time that he got me to their lesson, I'd go, "Are we going to pick up your chopped pork today in Troon?"
Did they ever phone you up and say, "Are you ready?" And he says, "No, this little piggy's staying at home."
I see the thing, but see if you hadn't learned to taught you how to drive, man, he's really saved your bacon there.
Otherwise, you'd have been smoked.
I mean, I was so pissed off. I would oink the horn.
And we're off.
But listen,
Roll that window down before you have a snout.
But I swear to God, right? I was just used as his guy to go and get his chopped pork. Right? He would pick me up from my house. Wouldn't he let me drive? Just before the bypass, the A78, he would go, "Right, I'll let you drive down to Troon." So we're going to bit my chopped pork, and we'd drive down. He's going to get his chopped pork.
Get you any extra for driving up the road.
And then I'd go at him. Do you know what? I should maybe be learning about my theory test and all that. Forget about that.
He's like, "Don't worry about that, babe."
Going round the roundabout, that'll do.
Why you stayed for life, lads?
Aye.
So, and then
mate,
eventually... But no, you know what you still say to me now? And where I get it for, he would go, "How we diddling?"
Oh, hey. Did you stick with this person and pass your test?
Did I stick with the guy?
Aye.
No, I made a rasher decision and changed him.
Yes! Fucking brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
And I got changed to Billy, who's still available as a driving instructor.
And you've been on a good streak of driving?
Yeah. Oh my God, man.
Mate, you sound like a pig when you're laughing.
Don't look at my nose.
No, but see, the thing is, but mate, I'm going to say this. I've been on the road with this guy for the 4th of June. Whoever taught you, man, plaudits, because you're a good driver.
I'm a good driver.
Hey, you're a good... And see, that's I know, man. See me sitting here, man. This guy is multi-talented behind the wheel, right? I'm no joking.
Watch what you say there.
No, I know
exactly what you're saying.
Right, we're driving, right, hame fae Aberdeen, Inverness, fucking Dundee, St Andrews, wherever.
Dundee, Hamilton.
No, stop that, that's crass. Right, we stop at shops, right? I go in for a packet of crisps and all that, right? He goes like this to me, "Go get some chicken." I'm like, "What do you mean some chicken?" He's like, "I'm going to get some chicken." He picks up this Marks and Spencer's drumsticks, chicken wings. He drives. He's like, "With the bones in the back." Mate, he can have a full blown, mate.
What's that? Is that my phone? What is that?
That's Stevens.
Oh, hey, that's the Mobland.
We got a copyright strike.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
No, but he can have a 3-course meal and drive, and I'm not joking. You don't feel you're up or down, and then see if there's... See,
as long as you're not drinking.
As long as you're not drinking. No, the other night, but it was funny, remember? The other night was funny, right? So he's got this thing he's got on his screen, and he puts podcast and that on. He puts like stuff on for me to watch while he's driving, right?
For him to watch?
For me to watch, right? But we're driving, and there was a taxi behind us, but an old school taxi with a light on top of it, right? Like a motor, but just saying taxi. And he's driving going, "Bob." I'm like, "What is it?" "Have a look, man, see if that's a police behind us. I don't want him to go, oh, that guy's just watching the telly." Well, he's in a 3-course meal, man.
I just have to point out that the phone was
at my
it
side.
was for you.
Oh, no, I've just drove up with him. It's not in his eyesight. It's not.
No, I know it's not. It's for me. That's what I said. It's for me.
On podcast, I
know.
But no, I didn't want to see. I didn't want whoever it was behind us. I'm sitting there watching the fucking telly.
But obviously, it's on the passenger side because your beer holder's next to you.
It does chill me out. You know what I mean?
But see, the thing is, man. See, even if there's somebody about a road rage next to him, he just goes like to him.
He's calm, isn't he?
He's so calm.
I see. The one thing I don't get is road rage. There's just no point. See, when folk there are peeping and all that, you go, come on, man, get on it.
Get your tootsies off that.
Get your tootsies off the gas, son. Come on. But folk day, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm quite partial to nipping in that Kingston Bridge. See when it's one lane goes in the city centre and see the nick of some of them. There was one guy last week, I swear to God, I nipped and he's going, you know that.
Well, if you're not fast, you're last.
I'm going, hello.
Do you know what's funny? But he's the type of guy, right? See if you lose your shit, right, and you go off your nut, road rage shouting, and you pull up next to him and you catch up with the motor, you probably going like, see, you're a big Grado, man. How you doing, champ?
Have you ever seen the video of Conor McGregor?
What one?
There's two boys fighting on an Irish main street. Carry on fighting with each other, right? And one of them's going, I'm Conor McGregor and all that, and hitting each other, and the next thing a fucking Land Rover all blacked out rolls up. Window goes down, the guy walks over as if, we're just carrying. He's like,
that is him.
Fucking no way!
Conor McGregor?
There's a video of Chesney for Coronation Street driving in the motorway and these little workies see him and they're like, there's Chesney for Coronation Street, Chesney. And he's sitting down like that, they're going, hey, Chesney.
Mate, that's what would happen with you. Somebody pulled up next to you, raging at you. I got help. Nah. What about that loser in St Andrews, man?
Who's the name of your character in that thing that you done with your gay guy?
Adrian.
What if they said Adrian?
Mate, you ever had that?
Adrian Sloan? No.
That's probably.
No, I've not had that.
It's funny, do you ever get
All you have
somebody
to do is
coming up?
put bums on seats.
They don't care about your preference.
Do you ever get
They
somebody?
don't care.
You got somewhere to be.
Have you got somewhere? The wrestlers don't care about my preference as long as they put bums on seats. That's all that matters. That's all I care about.
Sorry,
There's that wee 30 seconds inside joke finished there for you.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
it's Endeavour.
If you watched Endeavour, you
That
would
was
get it.
Endeavour.
Sorry, mate.
You clearly didn't watch it, mate.
I loved it.
Aye.
I thought it was great.
You got somewhere to be.
Do you ever get anybody coming up to you going like recognising you from Nut Shell Soup Bob
Cops
Mate.
and
or the
Hustlers.
podcast?
Don't even go there. Don't even.
I was thinking about that. Do you think we should play it? Right, and then I was thinking about the folk that are on it. And then if they see this, they might think, well,
Ripping the piss at it. I know
was gonna text you.
exactly.
Sure, it's your call. I'm taking nothing to do with it.
honesty, God, man. Right.
Rift of the week.
Rift of the week sponsored by. Right,
Cops
I've
and
got,
Hustlers.
I've got my laptop.
Wait.
Because I'm trying to figure out how to actually get it and squeak. But do you know what I mean? I really want to get
Have you
it.
got it right now?
The laptop's in the motor.
I don't think we've got time now. Grant's ready.
I know.
Pop
right,
a-
but it's
Pop an arm
perfect.
near
No,
it.
Grant's no. Grant's the coolest cat in the room. It's Greg that's ready to pass out.
Grant, want to get to my motor for me, son?
No.
We'll get to it then.
We'll get to it,
Aye,
right.
see first time. We'll get to it. See
I need-
first no.
there's
Oh, what
something
you did?
Trying to read that there, sorry.
I thought you'd passed it.
No, mate.
Mate, honestly, see you do that, you look like you're kind of dead. And do you know what it's like, man? It's like, see if we went to stag do and I was sharing a room with you and woke up, I wouldn't be able to stop laughing in the morning. It'd be funny seeing me.
he's dead.
It'd be funny seeing me toe in his boxers and try to fucking squint his eyes,
I
man.
don't wear boxers.
No way.
How do you don't go Richard Medley, do
I'm
you?
commando.
Nah, mate. Mate, that's disgusting, man.
It's only disgusting if you've got a dirty willy.
Mate, you've well got that, Willie.
Oh, mate.
You've got to keep it pristine, mate.
But, mate,
Never
you
know
told-
when it's going to be in use.
But hold on,
Never know
mate.
what's round the corner.
This dirty beggar, this dirty stop out was sending me recordings of him doing a shite earlier on.
Right, because he sends me farts. Right, no, he been like that.
But mate, sending somebody a fart and sending somebody.
Oh, because he's got diarrhea. So did you
It
honestly
wasn't,
tell
it wasn't a video, it was
Oh,
just the noises.
right. I thought you videoed yourself sitting there, just on your face.
you better I went to town in your wee body with some Johnson's baby wipes before
Always get the Andrex
Andrex,
wipes.
right, and
I've
so
got them.
because you've got a pair of denims on, have you know?
Aye. No, I
How can you keep your boss in a pair of denims, man?
Mate, you love a pair of jeans, didn't you?
do.
But do you try to say
I
you?
would have worn my baggy trackies, but I get slagged for them.
But no, right, here's the thing, right? No, I can get away with this, Toal, right?
I don't know.
I can get away with this because I'm wee, right? How do you not just buy like weird size trackies?
Have you seen the size of my arse?
Aye, but surely, but mate, surely, aye, but mate, your bum's not even that big, right? But surely, but if you're wearing denims, you've got two fucking pockets in the back of each cheek.
It's for one for each cheek.
Aye, but does it no show up more then if you think you've got a big arse?
I don't know.
You know, a pair of joggies.
I just like the comfiness of the joggies.
But joggies are comfier than denims.
I like the comfort. I would rather wear my joggies, but he slagged me for them.
I never slagged him.
Aye, you did. You come in here with your trampy fucking old Celtic strips in your bag.
No, that's what Bob says.
No, I just said it on the tour.
We're behind his back.
No, but I don't get any slags or joggies.
Would you call that pop star with a big bum?
Beyonce?
No, the other one.
Lizzo.
Lizzo. Hey, Lizzo Toal, man.
She's on the Ozempic.
With Lizzie T.
What about
I don't know, you're not known for having a big arse.
No, you don't know him for a big ass.
I would never go with Toal, big arse.
Oh, I've got a big ass.
Mate, look at you in that photo in the middle. You look handsome there, look.
Is
that a wee pair of chinos you've got in the middle
A
photo?
wee pair of slacks.
Aye.
That's one thing I've known what's a big ass.
No, you've got quite...
You've got a wee triangle bum.
You've got an unnaturally... You've got like...
Is that natural?
No, it's not that. No, it's wrong. I didn't even know that. Like,
I'm in Turkey in 2 weeks anyway. You never know what I might come back with.
but you got to get the injections, come back with big cheeks, man.
Big old fucking... Big
Get
silicone.
a wee touch up in your teeth and
Big
your arse.
landing pad.
Come back like Zac Efron.
Can you imagine, man?
He's after that fella, man. He's that.
He didn't need to do any, either.
No, remember he
but
had
the
an
other-
accident and he pure smashed his face and he
Oh,
had
did
he had to get the.
Oh, so he did have to
He
get it
had
done?
to get the
Oh,
facial
right.
reconstruction.
Well,
I
we can't.
I know, but folk are pure having a go at him, and I think he's a great guy.
You've backtracked well there, my boy.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, see,
Loved him
the
in High School
difference-
Musical.
The difference in him. The difference in him for when he come through.
Aye.
But he's.
Do you know
you
what
need to remember as well as he was like 17 or something.
Do you know what he's shit hot in? The Greatest Showman.
Do you know what he's shit hot in? The Iron Claw.
I've not seen
Oh,
it.
that's great.
You fell asleep.
I know, I don't know what I'm talking about. I actually saw 2 minutes
It's
of that
Steph no
film.
fault. You go,
Aye.
never take me to see a film like that.
Dragged me to go and see a wrestling film,
And you fell
and you
asleep.
fell asleep.
You fell asleep?
I was snug. Doing all that.
It's not even really a wrestling film.
Is it not about a wrestling family?
Aye, man.
Is that a good movie though?
Aye.
Brilliant, man.
He done that Netflix.
Quite sad.
That's grim.
Mate, they had to cut out some of the sadness.
Should I watch it?
They had to cut out some of the sadness to make it less
Upbeat a bit
depressing.
more.
Aye.
Should I watch it?
I
I've
would
hit that
die.
too fast. I've hit that too fast.
Oh, no.
That's maybe good though. You need to go, man. Do you need to go?
No, as I say, I've not even farted in 4 days. It's absurd.
You're never really much a farter anyway.
Nah, I am. I couldn't be.
You can be if you eat Cheerios and all that.
Aye, I've not had Cheerios.
Is that not maybe what you should have? Because that's what helps
It's a
you.
good shout. Aye. Well, I was.
Get a bottle of fucking orange juice through you, man.
Well, my father is because he's got a big prostate too.
Does he?
He because I was.
my prostate, son.
What's that?
What's that?
Watch your finger there.
I've got my myself ready for you. He what was I going to say? So I was meant to be getting prescribed laxatives, but they forgot. So I've only got antibiotics in case of infection.
Well, I took Layla up to Stub Hill last night because she hurt her wrist, right? But she doesn't know how she hurt it. But she came home.
She's never out the hospital to be in these days, actually.
Oh, she was there for years. That was kind of procedure.
Sake, man.
Last night, right?
Go through the walls.
So she came in last night. She was up in Nick all day yesterday. She came in. Her wrist was swollen, right? So I was like that. And she said it's agony. She started greeting. I went, hey, we'll take her up to Stop Hill, right? Minor injuries, but she's up
Doesn't
there.
know what she's done yet.
No, she just doesn't feel it. So I went up, right? I went in. Then you get a wee letter. It was at about 7:45. She went, we're only open to 9. And I went, right, okay. She went, so you might not get seen or you might get seen. So I went, we'll take the chance, we'll sit there. She took through to see the nurse, the triage, right? So we goes in. The woman goes like that. We told her what's wrong, said, swollen, she's in pain, she's greeting, that one's swollen, look at the two of them together. She went, so what made you feel that you had to come and see us then?
You're joking.
And I went,
make you feel like that after.
I went, aye, that condescending me. I went, well, I just showed you her wrist is swollen and she's greeting with the pain. Yeah, but we only deal with trips and falls. I mean, it's
Well,
a
she
minor.
might have tripped
I mean, it's
and
a
fell.
minor injury.
All you had to say was she tripped and hurt her wrist.
But that's the thing. She didn't. She doesn't know how she did it. I went. Well, she could have. I went. But it's minor injuries, is it? No, this is a minor injury. Well, what I would if you gave her Calpol? I went. She's nearly fucking 13. She's not a baby.
Man.
I went. I'll go here. I would give her ibuprofen and see how it goes. I went. Right, no bother. Thank you.
Aye,
Honest to God.
Not even an X-ray.
No, no.
Did you phone NHS 24?
No, because then I'll be like, Layla, I'm going to take up the Royal. She went, but Dad's at the place we go and wait 5 hours. I went, aye. She went, I'm feeling better. I was like, I ain't bothering. But it's the way the doctor speaks
Did
to
you
you.
hear the ibuprofen?
Aye, she's feeling better, right? Which is fair enough. But the way they talk to you, it's like, honestly,
I tried to hold it together when I was talking to my doctor yesterday. I'm going, I'm having trouble passing stools.
Mm-hmm.
And then he,
Fuck going to the pub with you.
and then you get describing it and all that, and then I'm going, then he's giving me a laxatives, and I'm going, does that mean I'll be shitting all day then? You know what I mean? I mean, stooling all day.
Aye, because you think you've got an in, so you just go back to normal, Graham.
Aye, you kind of, we've warmed ourselves up.
You're trying to be very professional about it and quite, aye.
Loose stools. Well, give me loose stools.
Where's my stools?
There's my stools, mate.
There's still sink fools.
Yeah, there's nothing worse pumping you can. That's
Well,
Just
Yeah.
the old mathematician.
yeah, you should maybe send Steph a wee spa when it finally comes, man, to get a bit,
mate,
get a bit of space,
I'll
man.
be on
I'm
that.
not need the fucking spa.
I'll not be off it. See, once that stairs.
I'll not be off it.
I'll not be off that. So I'm going to go with my fiddles a day. And then.
But let loose in his toilet.
No, I'm going to get that because they never packed it in the wee box.
Sounds as if they did pack it in.
So
He's got a punchline for everything, hasn't he?
But that's,
Punchline.
I mean, but see the now, obviously, because I'm trying to pee and it's just a weak flow. It's like a fucking pensioner trying to blow out birthday candles. They're that way. It's just like, you know what I mean?
And
Just-
that's when you're doing a pee.
and that's like even my morning
It's
waking
like
up.
when you go on holiday, man.
Been to a doctor? Have you had a...
No, mate, I've only just spoke about going to the doctor's last.
I mean, have you been to the doctor for like a examination or that?
For up there.
Aye. 'Cause
Yeah, well, I've been prescribed all this shit, and if it doesn't work out, then I have to go next week to go and get a digit up the hook. Which, bring it on.
You'll never be off it.
It's Billy Connolly says, getting in's no very good, but coming out's no the worst thing that's
Aye.
ever happened.
Well, do you know what? I don't know. It's getting to that age. I mean, I remember speaking to fellas before that they say that it's very important that you go and get your prostate checked out.
Aye, 100%, man.
No, it is.
So the guy asked me, says, what about your feathers? You got a big prostate? And I went, it is. I phoned him, I was like, what's your prostate like? And he was going, oh, it's...
Hold on, I'll check, son.
He's got a... just double check. And then... he was like, you'll end up no wheel. You'll end up in the hospital.
Aye, but your dad's fucking... Everything's going to be a disaster in the space of 24 hours. What you've done. I mean, it's like... He's like my ma.
And then, no, do you know what he did say to me about it? When he was going, what's this I'm hearing? You're jagging yourself to lose weight.
Oh, I see.
I went, well, that's balls. Because
Did somebody tell him you're on the Ozempic?
Somebody must have said it.
Have you know, I watched a video yesterday and it was a guy saying about how all the celebrities that are on Ozempic, if you look at their hands, there must be something mad that happens that it elongates
This rings
their
a bell,
hands,
actually.
man.
Aye.
Like, you watch
Well, it
their
makes them-
fingers, their fucking fingers look like the witches.
Really?
Aye.
What, just their nails or their actual
No,
digits?
they're actual fingers, but they've all of them have got long nails now, so that it looks as if that's what's giving them the long fingers or something like that. It's a pure conspiracy theory, right? But
Remember your bogging nails that day you came out the podcast, man?
they weren't bogging.
They were.
They were just...
How are you looking these days?
Alright.
Good, mate.
How often do you wash?
Fucking twice a day or something like that. Like, how often do I wash my hands?
Well,
I
You
wash
only
my
want-
hands after a day of shite or a day of pish. Sometimes I forget if I'm in the house.
No.
Come on, sometimes you forget.
Never, man.
never in a million years.
Come
Mate,
on.
Come on, if you're telling me you've never went in for a quick pish and just
Never,
fucking flushed the
never,
toilet,
mate.
never
no,
washed your hands.
even we sit doing peas, I still
Never.
wash my hands.
Never.
You're a pair of liars.
Mate,
There's no
I
chance
swear
that
on my wife,
There's
on my
absolutely
own,
no
Evelyn,
chance that you've
I
never
am-
forgot
Mate,
to
I'm
wash your hands.
very, very, very weird about stuff like that. Everything's clean.
That's not weird.
No, it isn't weird. What's weird is no washing your hands.
I
What
know.
you do?
No, I do wash my hands, but I'll say sometimes I'll forget. And I don't mean like once every twice or something. I mean once in a fucking 100
See,
times or something.
That's
like
why sometimes I'm never comfortable eating food at a buffet at the birthday parties. In case somebody's a bit like that.
In case we
that. Do you know
Chuck E.
what- do you
Cheese
know
down there.
that's the same. No, I'm the same. See, picking
Nah,
mix-
don't come down with me.
No,
I know,
see
man.
you're saying they're picking mix at the cinema. Don't touch it, man.
No.
That's what they say at Morrison's as well, the salad bar, the amount of wings and all that.
No.
Aye, and everybody raves about the Morrison's salad bar.
Do you know
I've
what's
been
good?
there for ages,
The
mate.
Morrison's Deli's good.
Aye.
It's very good.
Morrison's.
Is that not the salad bar?
No, they're cold meat. No.
They get, all right, aye.
I was travelling home the other week and we needed messages and I went, do you know what, I'm going to give Marks and Sparks a go. Right? Do you know, with the money I spent in there, I came out and I thought, do you know what, I've not even got one thing for the dinner.
I do it all the time, right? But what I will say is,
It's
what
honest
you've
to
done
God.
is you've went in and you've bought loads of stuff, right? See if you go in and do an actual shop for dinners, it's no any more expensive than
Aye.
like your Asda. That.
But what I
Maybe
think
that's-
Morrison's is better for is snacks. See all your wee fridge raiders shite.
Do you know what?
Daily
The
Read
worst
uncles
for
and all
me
that.
is Asda. I hate Asda now.
Well, that's Stephanie's favourite.
It's because
And I
I'm
can't
there.
go it.
I can't go either, mate.
I can't go it.
I can't go it.
Nah, I don't like their meat.
My favourite, the new
Their
is.
pizzas are good.
Aye, their pizzas are dynamite.
Mate.
My favourite now is Sainsbury's, man. I like
Aye,
Sainsbury's.
shit.
I like
Well,
Sainsbury's.
Apparently, I guess that's a
No,
roll.
I like
See
Sainsbury's,
Morrison's
man.
well-fired pizzas.
Oh, aye, they're
Oh,
good.
really?
They're good, mate. They are good. They are good.
I like the Morrison's. In fact, you know what? JB said that. See, Jeremy Boras in America, he says, I love Morrison's. I love the Morrison's pizza. She used to love it. That's what used to mess about coming to the UK. I know, innit?
What's he then doing a shop?
Mate, it's just.
I know what you mean.
He's just a normal guy, man.
He was engaged to a lassie for Leicester for a while.
Oh, right, okay.
I know what you mean, but that's funny. What's he doing? No, because he would-
go to
Do you think
fucking,
that with folk? But like,
No, he knew
I don't-
everything about this morning and all that.
Have you ever went to Spain and had to go to the been self-catering and had to go to the supermarket?
I love it. Lay's.
Aye, do you remember anything that you got apart from Lay's?
Their chocolate.
Donuts. I like their donuts. The ice ring donuts.
What's that chocolate you get? It's like American chocolate, but you get it in Spain and all that.
Hershey's,
Milky Ways, but it's a Mars bar.
Milka.
Milka.
Might be something like that. Actually, might be you get all that.
I think it is Milka.
Aye, aye.
Oh,
mate.
I like the old Milka.
Milka's
Milka and
nice,
Lay's,
that's
aye.
Swiss chocolate, I think.
I know.
Milka. Lovely, man.
That is lovely, that chocolate in it. With the nuts and
I
all that in
find
it.
something pure grim about that in holiday, but it
Mate,
depresses me, man.
mate, I know.
I want everything there for me.
It's,
But then I get fed up with the shit that's always
You
in the
can't
hotel.
win. I know what
can't
you
win.
mean. I
Can't
know what
win.
you mean.
Sometimes
I know
you
what
just
you
want a piece and cold meat and missing tatties.
Sometimes you go, Mum, we'll just go. But then when I do it, I go, this is fucking depressing. But then I get what you mean when you sit in.
when you go on holiday and you actually make your own food, it's fucking
Grim.
It's the worst.
Grim.
Oh, God, do you remember self-catering, man? I think my mum and dad only ever done it once. Remember when I was living on super
I seen the self-catering we had today and we fucking drove to Yugoslavia.
That's a story and a half, man.
Brutal, man.
Did you have to care, like, Kellogg's variety pack to Yugoslavia and all
I
that?
think so,
He was
mate.
camping and all. He
Camp,
can't
we stayed in a tent, remember the first?
I was about to say you can't cook food, but you can, can't you?
We broke the whole day up. We were in a tent for a week. Then we went
It brought the holiday up, man.
broke the whole day up,
In
man.
a tent for the week, and then we just stayed in the streets for the other week.
Waited in a bus coming back, man, to drive us home for Yugoslavia.
Wait, I mean, what is it with Yugoslavia these days?
It's not a thing.
country
It's not a thing.
No, no.
What did you actually do?
What?
What was there to do?
We
Aye,
just
what was
kind
it?
of walked about. No,
Was there a swimming
Museums.
pool or anything? No.
I can't want me for my mom again. Nah. Do
Aye.
you want me?
Was the weather
Don't
good?
phone your ma again
Oh,
for
she'll be
that,
alright
man.
with that.
Yugoslavia.
Hold
Did you
on,
see
hold
Tool's fancy gone all inclusive next year at Yugoslavia?
No,
Eh,
no,
I'll never be back in all inclusive as long as I live.
what?
Hated it, man.
You just said something depressing about self-care.
Aye, but I would go self-catering and just go out all the time. I wouldn't like, have stuff in the house.
That's deal.
That's it.
Hi, Stephen.
Mum,
Hi.
you're live on the podcast. Please do not swear.
No.
You can
No,
talk.
go on and
better not be.
go on and
Don't.
no, go on and just tell us one thing. See, when we went to Yugoslavia, what did we actually do? What did we do, like, when we were there? Can you remember? What did we do?
Was there a pool?
We were in a tent, weren't we?
I stood in a hedgehog, mind.
So you did, that's right. But did we have a pool?
No.
No, because we were in a tent, weren't we?
What was it? Can I ask? What was her selling point before she?
Caravan.
Was that a caravan? I thought it was a tent.
Mrs. Chelsea,
It was toasting.
what made you want to go to Yugoslavia? Did somebody sell it to you? What was the crack with that?
It was a teletext, wasn't it? You said.
My pal was going,
Right.
Who? Carl?
Anne and Ada.
Oh, Anne and Addy, that's right.
How did you what,
Anne and Ada went. They were going first and they were showing me and I went, oh, that looks good.
We got to bus, didn't we?
Aye.
Because you were scared of
2
flying.
days. Aye.
Did we stay in the caravan for the full holiday or did we go to a hotel after that?
Full holiday.
Oh, was it? I thought we broke it up.
would you do it again?
Are you kidding on? There's only one place we could eat and all that as well, remember?
I saw that was. It's coming back to me a wee bit now.
Aye. Oh,
aye.
it was terrible.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Terrible.
I'll not begin back. I'll not begin back. Right, Mum, that was all. I just wanted to clear that up. Right, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll
Right,
speak to you soon.
right,
Love you.
love
Bye,
you.
bye, bye,
Bye.
bye, bye, bye.
Tell yourself.
That's right, she stood in a hedgehog as soon as we got there. I remember that. Because it was late. We got there and she went out because she was dying. She wasn't about to smoke in the caravan. I remember she went out to have a fag and she stood in a hedgehog.
Was it a bare feet?
I can't remember.
Hey, do you know?
Did any rings come out it?
Oh, hey.
I remember the first time I saw a hedgehog. I shot myself.
I don't know, quite intimidating
I was
creatures.
like,
Like,
is that?
see if you see a big hedgehog, there's some
mate.
fucking size and all,
And it was
man.
getting at some speed, isn't it?
Aye, we
Oh my
had
God,
one
he's
in
back
our
there.
back garden the other day.
Aye.
No,
Don't often see them anymore, do you know?
They're still kicking a bobber.
Do they?
They're still kicking a boot. I think if you're a good hedgehog, you don't see it.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye, it's good at his job.
Especially if it does that wee spin hanging.
I mean, Sonic was a creme de la creme.
He was, wasn't he, the king?
I can't think of another hedgehog.
I can't even get a hedgehog.
No, I mean, except for Sonic.
Aye.
I mean, except for the Sonic universe.
The Sonic franchise.
I like. There's been Winnie the Pooh. There's been loads of other bears. I'm trying to remember them.
Winnie the Pooh.
Proxy bear.
Broxy Bear.
Broxy Bear.
But how many
The one that shagged Leonardo DiCaprio in that film.
Oh, the Revenant.
Yes.
You've got Ted.
Can you
Ted,
think of another hedgehog apart from Sonic in the franchise of Sonic?
Oh, you know what will tell you that then? Chat GBD. Let me see it.
GBD, is that the new one to Chat GPT?
Alright.
It's a celebrity one. It's like that dating app.
Chat GPD. No, I can't think of another Sonic.
The road traffic adverts for the TV.
Great shout.
Sorry, man.
Oh, hey.
They were holding hands walking across
That's
the road.
right.
Aye, the friendly hedgehog.
Aye.
Oh, right then.
I bet they won that patch on Sonic, well, Sonic was laughing at the cunts.
Apart from Sonic, which other hedgehogs were made famous?
This is cutting edge stuff, this.
Knuckles. It's just sort of hanging folk like.
Aye.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Aye,
That's Sonic,
as well.
Apart from the Sonic franchise.
Come on. Oh, there's Mrs. Tigglewinkle from the Beatrix Potter bits.
Oh, Mrs. Tigglywinkle.
Oh, aye.
Harry the Hedgehog from
Oh,
Hedgehog's
Three
Island.
Stenders.
There's one in Toy Story called Mr. Prickle Pants.
So there is, there's one. Did you say Barry, the one for EastEnders?
Harry the Hedgehog, Three Stenders.
The one for Toy Story?
Oh, aye.
Would you
Oh,
call
aye.
Prickle.
He plays a wee kind of Dutch hedgehog, doesn't he?
What's his name again, Grant?
Prickle Pants.
German Grado.
Oh,
German.
What is the hedgehog from Toy Story
It's
called?
Prickle Pants. Prickle
Aye,
Pants.
it's Mr. Prickle Pants.
Was that what you
Pickle
call it?
Pants.
Aye.
But again, Sonic's leading the way, isn't he?
Aye.
Sonic's
I wonder if there's
kinda...
been any wrestlers that have been
Hedgehogs.
hedgehogs.
Dave Hedgehog. Dave Hedgehog for bottom.
Oh, aye, he was class.
Hey.
Have there been any characters in wrestling that are hedgehogs?
Spad.
Aye.
Hello, Spad Gun.
Spadgan, hello.
You could tell the football season no started when we
I
were
know,
talking
mate.
about Mr. Prickle Pants.
I know.
Oh, hey.
Speaking of Mr. Prickle Pants, what about Greg Taylor, eh?
Where's he went?
P-A-O-K.
Oh. I can't see the telly, man. I can't see the things.
Now you know how I feel.
Fuck's sake.
Aye, so he's went to the Greek top flight club and he rejected
That's
the
not
new
who we're
contract
playing,
with
no?
Celtic.
No, we're playing Panathinaikos. What do you think? Are you happy with that?
I don't. It's just,
You ended up growing a bit of love for him.
I loved him when
it
he
was like you
see when
started off.
See when Ange was the manager. See the role he was playing under Ange. He was fucking brilliant.
Do you know what changed it, Christopher? When you went to the training ground that day.
And he said he was nice to me.
Aye, that's what changed. You're fickle.
Aye.
You're very fickle.
We would all do the same.
Aye, we would all do
the
it.
same.
We would all do it.
What did you see what Boyd wrote under his Instagram post?
What?
Aye. You're going to be a fan of the Super or something. Like
Famous. And then
that. And Greg Taylor says only the most successful club in the world for me. And Boyd said, "Oh, you're right into Al Ali."
Oh, that's quite.
It's cringe, innit?
It's a bit tit for
Oh,
tat.
it's a bit-
It's a bit of banter. It's banter.
oh, the band.
Hey, let's be pals, man.
It's a bit of banter. Joe Rothwell.
We're not friends.
Joe Rothwell.
Joe
Mate,
Rothwell.
I'll tell you now, what a
I was
player
going to
he's
ask you
just
about
signed.
him.
Do you think so?
What a player.
you just
was
saying
brilliant
that?
for Leeds last
Was he?
season. He really was, aye.
Right.
He played near enough every game, mate. They fucking...
Well, when I was on Twitter yesterday, and the usual, you check out the comments for people that are Leeds fans and all that, and they all said he will boss it up here.
Really?
So he's
Aye,
going
he's
to
a
come up
really
here
good
and
player.
flop, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Aye.
That's the thing. What you need to remember is the amount of folk that have come up here from down there thinking that
We spoke about this a few weeks ago,
I know.
remember?
And it's a different league altogether.
Aye.
Now, call me impatient, right?
Okay.
However, I'm just not feeling these players that we're signing for England.
That's because you don't know them.
I know that, right?
You
And I know
want
that-
you want a fucking Lithuanian
No, I
winger
don't.
that's got a YouTube
Right.
video
I
that
want
makes him
this.
look...
I want this striker. When
Right, listen to me.
Right, okay.
Sir David Murray's doing the rounds. He's doing all he's flogging his book.
It's gone viral.
Right, he's gone viral. Ewan interviewed him. He's been on TalkSport.
Yes.
What I will agree with what he has said, and I've said for years, the most successful Rangers teams, especially in the last 30 years, they've all got a Scottish backbone. Every one of them. Through the 90s. Then when Walter came back the second time, we've always had Scottish players. We don't have any Scottish identity.
Do I know why? Because there's no good Scottish players. There's no
Trying to
players.
say Lewis Ferguson wasn't a good player?
Lewis
Trying to
Ferguson,
say-
aye. But what I'm saying is, Rangers weren't in a position to sign him, right? They weren't. Let's be honest, they weren't in a position to sign him. If they were, he would be a Rangers player.
Right, look at it this
I don't
way.
know if that's true.
Right, look at it this way, right? Wait there, right? I know, I totally get what you're saying, mate, and I agree with that to an extent, right? I agree with what you say to an extent as well. But, right, so, look at it this way. Casper Schmeichel, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Callum McGregor, and Kyogo for a long time, right? That was the Celtic spine. You've got one guy in there who's got the Scottish identity. Right?
Callum McGregor's the captain,
right?
mate.
I know. I know. So that's the thing. You need to have that kind of know-how. Somebody who knows what it's all about. Who have we got there the new that's got that? Probably Tav, who I don't think is going to play unless we maybe shift them in and play Raskin, right? But Scottish, going back to what Toal says, who are you looking at the new? Lewis Ferguson's untouchable. We're not getting him right.
Lennon
No,
Miller.
but
Lennon Miller. We're not going to pay the money for him.
But I'll tell you the new, if Murray was about the new, that would be one of his. Like,
Aye.
he would be on the list.
Shanklin would have been on the list.
I might be on the
Shankland
list,
on
but
the
what you need to remember is David Murray was funding this fucking with all these side letters and all that shit as well. He wasn't just going like that and getting the money straight up. Do you know what I
You
mean?
explain it to us.
Oh, here we go. Don't
Are
start.
you trying to tell me that David Murray wasn't at it when he was at Rangers?
What do you mean at it?
Right, you explain him.
Look what happened to them.
Mate,
Look what happened to
calm,
Rangers.
mate,
Calm down.
Do you
calm.
want Rangers to be in that position again? Or you're paying money that you can't afford?
We have a second. So what's there in Scotland now? We couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford Shankland.
That's
We-
not what I'm
we-
saying.
we-
What's
we-
that?
we-
No,
we-
what I'm
we-
saying
We
is-
could have afforded Lewis Ferguson at the
No,
time.
but he's going back to when Murray was the
But
owner.
money, the Scottish players we were signing were well affordable. It's the other ones that were.
But were they? Because they were all getting
Davy
fucking
Weir was
side
a free.
letters and all
Davy-
that.
Nacho Novo was 50 grand for
Not
Dundee.
Neil Lennon, Neil McCann. Nacho Novo's fucking Spanish, actually.
No, but what I'm saying is we signed for a Scottish club
Aye, but we're talking about...
Neil McCann
within
wasn't.
Scotland.
Neil McCann wasn't expensive. David Weir was a free.
Right, but what I'm saying is you were paying wages that you couldn't afford to pay.
For,
Right.
for Neil McCann.
Neil McCann had an EBT.
Oh, mate. Oh, right.
He did.
Right, so explain
He did, it's a fact.
Right. Mate, who you shouting at?
I'm not shouting
Calm
at you.
down. Calm down.
Why are you getting
Why
so
are you getting
aggressive?
Because what I'm saying is, back in the day, what I'm saying is David
You're
Murray...
Copstein, mate!
No, what
I
I'm
know,
saying
he's
is...
trying to go back to the Chris
Wait a
Toal.
minute, what I'm saying is David Murray isn't in a position to talk about how a football club should be run.
All right, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, mate. Okay.
You had plenty of successful years.
Absolutely fine.
What?
At that time when he was doing it, there wasn't anything wrong with it.
I mean, did they not go back in it? Did
So
they not-
how come he had to sell them for a fucking quid? How come he got them into the... How come he get them into the nick that he was in?
Mate,
that they were in?
EBTs
Do you know what
won it
happened with the big
illegal.
tax case?
What?
Did you know what
won it
happened with the
illegal.
big tax
See what
case?
killed us? See the 30 million tax thing? That would have been... It was all the interest on it that get put on top of it.
On top of what?
On top of the initial fucking fine for inland
Was it
revenue.
charges?
It was the charges. That's the way inland revenue works. See if you're outstanding tax affairs. See if it goes on top of it.
Right,
You
so
get charged
why
every...
did you owe that money to the tax? Then?
Because when they pay their tax.
Why not though?
That's a question.
Because you couldn't afford it because you were paying these players money that you couldn't afford.
100% if they lived, David Murray lived beyond
That's
his means.
the only point I'm saying. David Murray should not be talking about the way a football club should be run when he done what he done to Rangers. End of story.
Right, okay.
Right, that's all I'm saying.
Mate, why are you so aggressive about it, man? We were having a nice
yeah,
wee conversation though.
I know.
Sorry,
You're going
you're
mental.
right, by the way. But it's no. What I'm saying, the point I'm making is that he's, like I said there, he shouldn't be in there talking about how a club should be run by somebody
He's not been talking about how a club should be
he's
run.
bringing a book out of his life.
He was basically saying what I would do, what the most successful teams in Rangers had a Scottish backbone. He said, if I was in charge, it would be the Lennon Millers, it would be all the Lewis
Aye, but
Fergusons and
what
all the
I'm
rest
saying
of it.
is he would be in charge and he would be paying money that he can't afford to get these players in.
Right, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, okay.
Right.
So
see if you take Lennon Miller and you put him back 20 years. Right. Fair enough. Rangers would have signed him, but they would have signed him out with their means. What Rangers need to do now...
But Toal, you're making it sound as if Rangers can't go out and sign a Scottish player.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, but
That's
that's what it sounds like.
kind of what it sounds, mate.
No, my point is...
It's not like we're going to spend money on a fucking global superstar.
There isn't, with the exception of McTominay and the ones that are playing out with Scotland, right, there isn't a Scottish player in Scotland that Rangers couldn't afford. Right, do we agree on that?
Couldn't afford well. I don't
Couldn't
think
afford.
probably.
Lennon
Well, the way
Miller
Lennon
probably-
Miller's going on, probably, you don't know
right.
what mother we were asking.
I think
Gilmore as well, probably.
but he's not in Scotland, Grant. I'm
Alright,
saying
sorry.
players that are out with Scotland, he's taken
McGinn.
out of the equation, right? There's not a player in Scotland that stands out for me that would walk into a Rangers first team and be the spine of that team. Do you agree with that?
I think Lennon Miller, maybe.
Lewis Shankland.
Shankland, I disagree.
Lewis
mate.
Shankland.
Shankland. What did I say?
Lewis Shankland.
What's his name? Lawrence Shankland.
I don't think Lawrence Shankland would be a starter.
But listen, look, we signed Derek.
agree with you.
We signed Derek McInnes for Greenock Morton. Do you know what I mean?
It's changed. Dave.
He signed
Oh,
him,
it's changed
him and
days,
Gary Boland. He signed,
Aye.
remember?
Remember we signed Billy Dodds. Remember we signed.
Yep.
Remember we signed Alex Cleland.
Alex Cleland was the other one.
He done a job. He done a
Well,
job.
what I'm saying is, this was.
Do you mean
this
just
is
to
all
have
gone-
like a Scottish frame for the squad?
Yeah, aye.
Right, so you're not meaning
no a
essentially
backbone. I'm talking
on the
a,
pitch?
a Scottish captain, preferably, a Rangers supporter, preferably, and 3 or 4 players to make up. Because we not even got even a couple of years ago we had Arfield, Ryan Jack. We don't even have that anymore.
Right, see,
Alan McGregor.
I'd agree with you on the Scotland part. I don't think they necessarily need to be a Rangers supporter.
No, you know what I mean. No, it's
Like,
like.
if you look at
But
what you
it's
say,
but what
Callum
I mean,
McGregor,
but what
Rangers fan as a
what
kid.
I mean is, but most Scottish players who sign for Rangers, whether they're Rangers or Celtic fans or no, they know what the drill is once
That's
they
what
pull
I
on the
mean.
jersey.
I think,
It's-
right, I
aye.
think, do you know what I think, right, it's no good enough, there's no a lot of good enough Scottish players there, right? The next best thing to that, I think, maybe, is British,
I agree with
right?
you.
See, when Souness came in and you brought up the Gary Stevens, the Chris Woods, the Terry Butchers, see what your man, Russell Martin's doing now, right? He's obviously bringing in players that he trusts, that he's worked with before, Max Aarons, Joe, what's his name? Joe Rothwell, right? So see that, because see, on open goal recently, listening to Jermaine Defoe, he totally. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
No, you should. I'm just laughing at that's the reason when
No, but
aftershave issues
see,
come up.
see,
come about.
Defoe, see him, the way he spoke about Rangers, the way Gerrard sold it to him, and the way Defoe embraced it. And you go at these kind of players that did. You mentioned one a minute ago. Also Spanish, Novo, right? He totally embraced it because he played in Scotland for a while. Defoe come up, embraced it. You're hoping these boys come up, they get what it's all about. But I think the whole Scottish thing and the whole Rangers supporting thing, I think football's changed a wee
It's
bit.
moved on, hasn't it?
Aye, and I would love to have that, Grado. I would love it, and I would agree with what Sir David Murray's saying. But I just don't think there's a thing for that. No,
I think once
I agree with
McGregor
you.
calls
I don't know. I just think that I suppose I've maybe get too much scar tissue for Joe Gertner's
and fucking Joey Barton's. I know.
Like they
Joe
kinda chat-
Gertner, he's PECW.
Joe Gardner. Joey Gardner.
Joey Gardner, I meant.
Joe Gardner.
What was his catchphrase again?
Was that the cunt with the fucking neck king, wasn't it?
Joel Gertner. But do you think once McGregor goes, that's it for? Surely there's.
There's other boys coming through. Like,
No, but see what I'm looking. You know, I was looking yesterday because we signed that boy for Fulham, right? But
Can I make my point? I know this is ding or nothing.
no, this is good. This is what it's all about.
But the also reason was because I think back to when Walter took her for Paula going, and we went through that stage up Oliver Bernard, the what do you call the centre half, the Swedish centre half,
Svensson.
right, aye, and then Walter's first pre-season was McCulloch. It was
Davy Weir.
Davy Weir.
Davy Weir was bought before that. He came in right away on loan.
Aye,
Did they know?
but he
Right
came
away.
in with
Aye.
Walter, didn't he?
Aye.
Aye, big
And then
friend.
it was Davy Weir and Ugo right away. We went to Parkhead and
Then
won.
later on it was Naismith, but there was Alan Gow who never got a game. There was we had, and eventually Christian Daly as well. And I just think, especially in this stage of Rangers trying to rebuild, I think it would be beneficial if we did have some Scottish.
No, totally, mate.
Right, so I get what you're saying. I think it's a better thing for the squad so that they know what all Rangers.
Where are
is
they,
all- what Rangers is all about. That's the issue.
Who is it? Who would you?
That's the
Like,
issue.
see right now, if you were the Rangers manager and you looked at the pool of players in our division that are Scottish, you know, who would you go for?
But again, that's no our job. Look at
No,
look at Scott.
I'm saying
look at Scott.
hypothetically. I'm saying hypothetically. Who would you look at and go in Scotland now?
Well, I used to laugh at me with the likes of like the centre half that plays for Hibs. Would you call him Bashiri? Or they kind of play. And again, it's no Scottish, but
centre half.
but
I know,
you know what I mean. I know what
my point is, what your point is, Scotland.
But Bashiri's been in Scotland enough times to know. He knows the whole family.
He's like your natural novel.
He would be Marvin Andrews.
Grado, he would be a disaster for Rangers because he's not used to being on the ball all the time. And what does he do? He makes mistakes.
I just see him in team of the week.
I really want Rangers to sign this Connor Cody. I really do. I think he would be a voice in the dressing. He'd be a voice in the dressing room.
I was saying about Joe Hart and Casper Schmeichel, somebody with that wee bit of experience, regardless if it's been in Scotland, somebody that's been there. You know what I mean? Had the ups and downs of the English. I mean,
look at like when we signed. I don't know, like when we brought Stephen Davis in, on loan for Fulham, and then it became permanent.
Masterclass.
Aye.
Couldn't they get rid of the bastard?
Brilliant player, man. Brilliant player. Outstanding footballer, man. Really good football player. And knew what it was. You're laughing at.
I'm laughing. Sorry, this is going to completely. This might annoy football fans, but no, keep talking to me.
You want to go into the aftershave?
No, I'm not going to.
So,
was that all the bullet points?
No. Wait, I want to talk about something as well, right? So, we signed this boy Osmond for Fulham, right?
What position he plays?
He's a striker, right? And remember, I was telling you, I've seen his YouTube video, and he's going to win us the European Cup this season.
Yes.
Right, okay. So, we signed him. However, we've let the boy go to West Ham. What's his name again? Young boy went for Celtic to West Ham yesterday. He made his debut for Celtic in the Champions League against Villa.
Tony what?
Can't remember his name for the life of me.
I don't know, mate.
Right.
Is it Daniel Cummings?
Daniel Cummings, right. So, Daniel Cummings has went down to West Ham, and when Celtic have announced it, as you know, you go onto the comments and it's all mix of good luck to the young man. He never got a fair crack of the whip. Blah blah blah. You'll never hear him again and stuff like that, right? Now, do you remember we had young boy Daniel Kelly?
Yes.
Now, he went down to Millwall last season. He signed a pre-contract in the January to go down to Millwall.
Right.
Celtic had brought him through. He was playing first team. Remember, he was coming off the bench, scored goals and stuff like that. And he went down to Millwall because he felt he wasn't getting enough of a chance at Celtic. He only played 2 games last season. Right, so see my point about these young players that seem like shining lights up here. We're losing them to these running them out in Millwall. Millwall, for fuck's sake. Yous have lost a couple of players that you've been going for Norwich and stuff like that.
Is it Pookie?
My boy just went to Newcastle there for the Rangers youth.
And what about the boy we were trying to get as well?
He went to
QPR?
Exactly.
But mate, the championship, I know, it's just money.
No, but my point is, what I'm saying is, we're losing players that could be that backbone.
That he's talking about. You're letting them go, mate.
And you're not just letting them go, right? It's see the way that the contracts are set up. It's fucking it's ludicrous.
A development fee thing.
400 grand you get or something.
Is Lennon Miller went to him to get?
No yet.
It's time's ticking on, isn't it?
I know.
Time is ticking on.
It's going to be a fucking transfer deadline day job, isn't it?
Aye.
Between Celtic and Rangers.
Aye, can you imagine?
Is he going to be a 49er or is he going to be a 69er?
Much do you think Motherwell will get for him then?
I think they'll get about 6.5, 7 million.
I would say about 6
million. Jim Crankle?
Aye, I would say about that. I would say about 5, 6.
Would that be their record?
I would think
Must be, yeah. What would be before that then?
Probably Turnbull now.
David Turnbull?
No, McFadden. McFadden went down to Everton, didn't he?
Aye.
I remember every time I used to go to Destiny on a Friday night, there was always the guy, James McFadden is in the building. He'd always go upstairs. VIP room, aye. He'd always go upstairs. Barry Ferguson been there or not? Anyway, that's me.
I was in the dancing one night and I can't remember which Celtic player it was, but it was quite a well-known one. And he came in and the DJ announced it and the boy got fucking mobbed, man. It's an absolute nightmare.
Turnbull is the highest.
I thought that.
3.25.
What was McFadden?
What was McFadden too then? Must have been.
McFadden maybe go on a Bosman or something like that, maybe.
Surely he wouldn't have done that in Motherwell, would he have?
It's not coming up because it's saying the
undisclosed.
The previous one was Phil O'Donnell was 1.75.
Right. I Celtic signed O'Donnell for 1.75 back in the day. He was a great player. So he was. If we get anything else we need to talk about with regards to football, or we just want to fire in?
How shit is the Club World Cup?
Oh mate, I thought it all night.
Stevie, remember I texted you about the Bayern Munich game? It's the only one I've watched.
I saw some of Man City, man. They ended up getting beat.
They get beat off Al Hilal, isn't it? Is it Al Hilal? Al Ali.
Super Ali. Do you sing that? You would well sing that if you were one of their fans, wouldn't you? Super Ali.
Anyway, when we're talking about football, we have a fantastic competition for you guys.
Yeah.
We do with CBD Oil Scotland.
Yep, you can win 2 season tickets of your choice of team. 2 season tickets, and they don't even need to be the same club. You could pick a Hearts man. You could pick a Livingston man.
Out with Rangers and Celtic.
Out with Rangers and Celtic. But if you do win that, you can pick if you want to go for the hospitality. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a day out at hospitality.
And it can't be old fun. But let's not focus on the negatives. Let's focus on the positives. 2 season tickets if you sign up, or should I just say purchase, make any purchase from cbdoilscotland.com. Make sure you put on the code APATS for your 50% discount, and your name will automatically be put into the hat.
I'd love to win a season ticket.
Hey, tomorrow it's Leo's birthday, man.
Is that when he's getting it?
I can't wait, man.
Oh, lovely job, Lee.
I can't wait. I'm so excited, man.
Well,
I
think about it.
planned it also.
If you went onto this website and
What'd you say?
I planned it also.
Hey, he gave me an idea of it today. Aye, he did. Aye. Aye.
Look, wait a wee second then. No, do you want to tell me after it? Tell me after it. I don't want you to tell us in case Leo watches.
No, but I mean, it's a great prize. That CBD Oil Scotland, they keep coming with
I'm
the
going to my dad
prizes.
into that. Oh no, I better no. In case he wins.
No, don't get that.
If he wins, your dad will have 2 season tickets for Kelly.
And we have Brian on the line. Hi, son. No, but cbdoilscotland.com. Go onto the website, purchase it, use the discount code, as Grado said, APATS, 50% discount, free delivery, and you can pick a season ticket of your choice. CBD Oil Scotland, CBD Oil.
You can trust. If you've been involved in an accident that is not your fault, then get yourself onto G4 Claims. They're going to make it easy for you.
They will give you a like-for-like vehicle replacement. Will take all the hassle out of your hands and deal with the situation from start to finish. You can get them on 01698 767 172. That's 01698 767 172. Or if you don't want to phone them, you can WhatsApp them. Where can you WhatsApp them, Toal?
If you go onto the website, which is notatfaultclaims.co.uk.
Come.
Oh, we're so close,
mate. You're getting there,
so
boys.
close.
Just when I thought I was out.
Pull me back in.
Enough. Yeah, that shite.
We were going to a show on there and he sounded with Forrest Gump quotes.
What was that said
I
again?
can't remember, but you had it.
Genie, you can't sit here.
You can't sit here. I was like, look at you. Anyway, G4 Claims, get them on. What's the website again?
Notatfaultclaims.com.
Hey, you can WhatsApp them, and if you refer a friend onto G4 Claims, you might get big handsome Greg turning up with 50 quid to put in your skyrocket.
Correct.
What else do you want?
What else do you want? G4 Claims, not of all claims?
Easy. You better believe it, baby.
You were talking about Jermaine Defoe, right? So you know how I've recently got into fragrances?
Oh, for fuck. Oh, that's
right, I'm getting into a wee hobby of collecting fragrances.
Is it high-end ones?
Oh, mate.
Well,
Hey,
no.
they cost
A lot of money.
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
What's your dearest one that you've got?
Well, let's not get into that.
No, just tell me the name of it.
The taxman watches the podcast or not? Come on.
I bet it'll be fakies for DHgate.
But no, I would say my favourite...
I didn't ask
Your
you.
Beyonce one?
My Beyonce one's up there, that's
right.
fine.
So-
I says, tell me the name of the most expensive one that you've got.
Well, here's the deal. I was watching Jermaine Defoe on Open Goal, and Cy Ferry's gone, apparently you smell great, you smell amazing today. What is it you're wearing? And he said the aftershave that he had, right? Mm-hmm. So, obviously, I'm trying to get into the old fragrance game. You know, folk like collecting whiskey and all that, right? So, I went like that and I typed it in. I went, oh, Jesus, that's a bit...
What's that whiskey?
Klarna. 3 payments, £80. Right?
Alright, okay. 240 bags?
Right, so I thought...
240 bags.
No bags.
I went, it must be tremendous if he's sitting there, Ken Jermaine, I bet he smells gallus. I swear to God, mate, right? I put it on yesterday, came the next day and I scooted on, right, and I'm sitting watching the telly and I'm going,
Schoolboy error.
oh, I don't know if that smells it.
Is that the one you sent us a photo?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
He sent me a photo saying, don't Google it, this is a lot of money.
So Steph comes in and I'm like, come and smell my new aftershave, and she went, She went, you smell that now, woman?
I was about to say, maybe it's one of the ones that when you smell it on yourself, it's not
Aye,
very nice, but
it's
I went, you're joking, and I went, is it? And then I had another wee sniff it and I went, that's fucking rotten.
He said,
it's stinky.
He sent me a wee video.
Stevie, was it Jermaine Defoe?
So the thing is, right, he's wearing all these expensive fragrances, right?
Aye.
Oh,
And
aye.
they turn up, right?
Zara, Zara, man.
I like my expensive fragrances are brilliant, right? I don't use them a lot. I keep them for certain occasions.
Aye.
So the ones I wear,
Funerals and all that, you know what I mean?
aye, the ones I wear daily, I
Take a
like.
smell up.
See, oh, hey, that's crass, Toal. So
Take a smell of incense out there.
So Fletcher's ways at a show, right? And I was like to him, mate. So he's charging about his Creed and all that night.
No, it wasn't Creed, it was my Beyonce gear.
No, it was Creed you that night.
Oh, was it?
Aye, it was Creed. He went, oh, that's nice, mate. He's like, what have you got on? Who's wearing it? He went, Bob, what is that, mate? And I let him smell it. He was Zara, man. I went, mate, that is unreal. He's like, usual kissy shite, right? He's like, wearing it. Puts his kid on, he's there. Oh, that's nice. Grado, mate, but his is out of the park, man. His and he's racing, man. I'm telling you, right? I don't really use
Zara?
No, it is, mate, they're the best. I don't use a lot of my expensive ones anymore, but see the Zara ones.
That's what Keane
they're
wears.
the best.
Well,
Keane wears the Zara ones as
Well, I gave it another airing this morning,
Aye,
right?
nah.
And
You got it on the new?
Aye.
Come here.
Hey, and Joe,
Is it the stinky
do you know
one?
what Joe Newsreader said? He went, I can smell my Aunt Margaret. No, it's away already. It's not got a good performance either, is it?
If it's not
you know
long
what it
lasting,
smells
why are you
like?
paying that kind of money?
Right? It's just literally took me back to
Yugoslavia?
kind of same ballpark. It's took me back to sports division in the Forge.
Really?
Aye. That's
Aye,
it, the
mate.
Forge. It's got the Forge
Right, come and smell me.
I get in his car the day and he says, you smell nice, what's that? I says, hash.
Yeah, I can smell my Aunt Margaret. Right, anyway, as we go on to the Patreon, and I'll just let... You smell it, no? Yeah.
Must be a Catholic smell.
You want me to get it?
That's your natural odour.
That's your must.
That comes out
I'm
your
not doesn't wash his
pores.
hands, man.
I fucking do.
No, but
anyway.
I mean, mate, you've got it's in a collection. You've already conquered the suit world. Now you're on to the fragrances.
I'm a suit guy and a fragrance guy.
Exactly.
I've conquered the business world.
I want to conquer the physical world, the ultimate. Sorry, mate.
Aroma Joe. Just call me Aroma Joe. Right, anyway, get me on the Patreon. Get us on the Patreon.
Patreon. Thank you for listening. Rate, review, subscribe.